Hey Facebook family, this is your girl Donna62035 and I'm finally coming to give you an update of why I quit teaching. I did not feel like editing this video, and it actually took me a little minute to come together with the thoughts about this video. And so I am currently sitting in my office and I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach it, because I know a couple of people requested it. So basically I've been teaching for about 15 years, and in the platform of teaching I have found that there are a lot of different people there for different reasons. Me personally, I taught because not only because I loved kids, but also because I thought that I was making a difference. And I summed up the reason for me being there, the reason for me getting up every day. I just thought I was making a difference. I am currently working as an insurance broker with Aflac, and I got the job thinking it was just going to be part-time and that I could do it part-time, and then I got a little good at it and now I'm full-time. So when I first started teaching, I thought that I could conquer the world. I had just one baby, and back in the day, a lot of times you get a degree, you get a job, you stay at that job, and you retire from that job. And I just thought that I would be happy after I retire. After I hit that 5-year mark, you know, as a teacher, you're looking to get vested. You're looking to hit that retirement or that tenure plan. And when I hit it, I was very excited about it. But then my drive started to dwindle. I got tired of teaching students that did not care about curriculum, that didn't care about what I was bringing. I got to the point where I felt like I was tricking them into learning, which is basically what teaching is, but to the point where it became a little toxic. I would suffer every Sunday. Every weekend I'd have a routine. And Saturday, of course, I'd try to work out because I'm trying to lose a little weight. And Sunday, I'd work out and skate, and I'd try to get my mentals together. But then Sunday evening, about 6 o'clock every week, I got depressed, like really depressed, to the point where I just got sad on Sunday because I had to go to work on Monday. And not to the detriment of my kids, because, you know, they don't know, but it got to the point where I was giving so much of myself that I didn't have enough to give to my own kids, where my own kids were afraid to approach me about things they needed at home, etc., because I was so stressed about these other kids. I quit teaching because I realized that I want a life for myself, a life that I don't have to go through different types of abuse daily, a life that I don't have to be sad at. I realized that my weight was yo-yoing because I was eating, because that was the only way that I could deal with like my grief and my mood and my demeanor. I was not happy. And I know you're not going to really be happy at whatever job it is that you have. You have ups and you have downs. But when your job is taking over your whole mental capacity to the point where you get sad, like sad going into work, you really need to rethink your life. And luckily, I'm at the tender age of 38 where I have time enough to rethink my life and think about what I'm going to do in my future. And I mean, if Aflac doesn't work out, cool, but it won't be me being so paranoid about work that it's influencing every other aspect of my life. I want to be happy now, and I don't want to have to wait until I'm 50, 60, 70 to retire to then be happy on a teacher's salary. i.e. a teacher's salary. Another thing, another reason why I quit, I want to be successful. I want to be successful. I don't want to have to continue to work 80 hours a week and to rob Peter to pay Paul to attempt to, keep up with keeping a roof over my kids' heads. As a college graduate with hours in her doctorate, I shouldn't have to get payday loans. I shouldn't have to, not understand how I'm going to pay, for my daughter's gymnastics. I shouldn't have to worry about whether or not we're going to buy food or whether or not I'm going to let her do cheer. And that's what I've found. I've always worked 2 jobs at least every year, and it's tiring. So I quit. I quit. And I felt sad about it after I did it initially, but then honestly, I wouldn't want to walk into one of my daughter's parent-teacher conferences and find a teacher that was as frustrated as I was. I was very personable. I was very mannerable. I was a good teacher. I just was tired, and I could not go back. And that's how I know that this was the right decision for me, because no matter how I would reword my decision, there was no talking myself into waking up and going to work. The schedules were changed, and students were just doing so much, and it was just a consistent pull. And it was like an abusive relationship where you give and you give and you give, and they take and they take and they take, and it's not just them, it was the whole realm. And that's not the life that I'm set to live, and that's not the life I'm meant to live. I am a firm believer in the law of attraction, and I strive with being the best me. I try to be the best me. I try to think positive thoughts. I try to affirm